It feels like every single day there's a new piece of advice on what to eat. It can get, well, pretty overwhelming, right? So, in this explainer, we're going to cut right through all that noise. We are going to break down healthy eating into a few really simple, powerful rules that literally anyone can follow. So, let's get into it.
Right? What does that phrase eating healthy even mean anymore? Is it low carb, no sugar, all organic? Well, the truth is actually much, much simpler than all that. It really just boils down to two key ideas: what you're eating and how much of it you're eating. If you can get those two things right, you are golden. So let's kick things off with the what.
Okay, so let's tackle that first big question. What should we actually be putting on our plates? The most important word to remember here, and I mean the most important, is balance. And what's so cool about this is that it's not about finding one perfect superfood. It's about building a team.
And this is absolutely crucial. We so often look for that one superhero food, right? Like, we think if we just eat enough kale, we're all set. But the thing is, no single food has it all. Your body needs a whole team of different nutrients to work properly, and you get that team by eating a wide variety of foods. Each one brings something unique and essential to the party. So, what does this variety actually look like when you're standing in front of the fridge? Well, a really simple way to think about it is to sort foods into three main groups, and each one has a very specific job to do for your body. Okay, check this out, because this is what made it all click for me. Think of carbs and fats, like bread or pasta, as your body's fuel. They're the gas in the tank that gets you through the day. Then you've got proteins, like chicken or lentils. These are the building blocks, helping your body repair itself and grow stronger. And finally, you have fruits and veggies. These are your protective shield, loaded with vitamins and minerals to keep you from getting sick. Fuel, blocks, and a shield. Simple. And here's the real secret sauce. A truly healthy meal isn't just one of these groups by itself. It's about getting all three of them on the same plate working together. Let me show you what I mean with a real-world example. This is a perfect picture of it. You've got some rice for that energy, you've got lentils or chicken for your protein building blocks, you've got a whole bunch of vegetables acting as that protective shield, and hey, maybe a little yogurt for some extra protein and calcium. See how every single component has a job? That's what a balanced meal looks like in real life. All right, so we've totally nailed the what to eat, but believe it or not, that's only half the story. Just as important is the how much. And that brings us to our second huge idea, portion control. This is so, so important. I mean, you could be eating the healthiest food on the planet, but if you eat way too much of it, it's still not good for you. And on the flip side, if you eat too little, even of the good stuff, you're going to feel weak and totally drained of energy. It's all about finding that Goldilocks zone, just the right amount. So how do you find that just right amount without having to, carry a food scale with you everywhere? Well, lucky for us, there's a super simple visual guide you can use for pretty much every meal you eat. Okay, just picture your dinner plate. It's so easy. Half of it, a full 50%, should be filled with those protective foods we talked about, fruits and vegetables. Then you split the other half right down the middle. One quarter gets your energy-giving grains, and the final quarter is for your body-building protein. Half, quarter, quarter. It's such an easy rule to remember, and it's a total game changer. And why does this really matter? Well, getting your portions right is about so much more than just your weight. It helps keep your energy levels steady all day, no more afternoon slump. It helps your digestion work properly, and over the long run, it seriously lowers your risk for major health issues. It's a small change that has huge rewards. So now that we know the two simple rules, eat a balanced plate and get your portions right, let's look at some of the really common ways we all kind of mess this up. Oh man, this has got to be the biggest one. And let's be honest, we're all guilty of it sometimes. We load up our plate with carbs and protein, and the veggies are just this tiny, sad little garnish on the side. But remember our perfect plate rule? They're supposed to be the star of the show, taking up half the space. And this right here just lays it out so clearly. Look at the plate on the left. That's the common mistake. A giant mountain of rice, a little bit of chicken, and you can barely even see the vegetables. But then look at the plate on the right. That is the perfect plate in action. The rice is down to its proper quarter, and look at that, half the plate is full of those awesome protective veggies. It's such a simple switch, but it makes all the difference in the world. And of course, there are other traps we fall into, like skipping breakfast, which almost always means you'll be starving by lunch and eat way too much. Or, filling up on a giant bag of chips instead of a real meal. All of these mistakes really just come back to breaking one of those two simple rules we talked about.
So, let's bring it all home. After everything we've talked about, what's the one big idea you should walk away with? Let's boil it all down. If you only remember one thing today, let it be this. It's not complicated. Healthy eating isn't just about what's on your plate, it's also about how much is on your plate. It's a two-part deal. You need the right variety of foods, and you need the right amount of them. That's it. That's the secret. So, I'm going to leave you with a really simple challenge. The very next meal you eat, just take a second and look down at your plate. Ask yourself, is it balanced? Are my portions looking right? And the best part is, you now have the simple tools to answer that question. That's how powerful these rules can be.